guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Leia. In today's video, I wanted to do a get ready with me. I actually have an appointment to go to at 12 and it's currently 9:10 in the morning. So I wanted it just to do like a get ready with me, and today I actually wanted to use the Anna palette in my review of the collection, or of just the two palettes. I didn't really review the whole collection, but I did use the Elsa palette, and I did want to use the Anna palette today. I have it upside down. It's a very neutral palette, and where I'm going, I, want to wear like a neutral type of look. So I didn't want to do anything really bold and dramatic. I have an idea in mind of what I want to do. This was in an email sent by ColourPop, and it has, I don't know if you can really see it because my lights are kind of bright, but it has a look using the Anna palette, and that's kind of what I want to do as like an outline. I don't know if I really want to do a cut crease, because in this photo, it's a cut crease and it's very like smoky. I want to see if I can do a similar version of that without being too over the top, because that's not something I really want to do, but with any makeup look, it can get there real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my hair back so we can get started. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. I would love to have you here, and it really does help me out a lot. If you do want to get ready with me, then just keep watching. Lately, I have been really liking doing my eyes first. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I actually like to start off putting a little bit foundation on first. I am using the Fenty Beauty foundation today, and I'm kind of just going over my eyes really quick. The reason I have been doing that is because one of the reasons why I don't like doing eye makeup first is because I feel like you can't actually get a clean look around your eyes. I feel like it always like looks bare, like in the inner corner or around the brows or something. So I like to put a little bit of foundation down first, just so it kind of blends a little bit better your overall look. So that's what I'm doing here. I don't do my whole face yet. Again, just around my eyes so I can prep them in a way. And I actually use the foundation or concealer, either or, as almost like an eyeshadow base. Sometimes I do put one down, but sometimes I don't, and this actually acts as like my eyeshadow base. So I'm going to go ahead and finish blending this out, and then I'm going to move on to brows. I went ahead and zoomed you in a little bit. Today I'm going to use the NYX brow pencil in the shade Brunette. I have it on hand, and I need to finish it. I don't like opening up too many brow pencils, mascaras, brow gels at one time. I like to, stick to one or two and rotate them until I finish them. So I'm going to just start drawing in my brows, always starting with the inner corner on the bottom, and kind of just little strokes lining the bottom of my eye. And then I end up brushing my hair down on top and then lining the top of my eye, and then with just little strokes filling my brow in. I actually like a really good like messy brow. I don't like anything that looks super defined. That's why I never use concealer to like carve out my brows. I know that's super on trend and a thing right now, but I never do it just because I don't like anything to be perfect. Even with my hair, I like messy, beachy hair. Every time I go to Serena, who does my hair, that's exactly what I tell her. That I want it to be like very piecey, very messy, very beachy, and that's exactly kind of how I am when it comes to, I guess, my brows. I like it to be like very like bushy, very messy. I don't like anything to be like super defined. Even when I set with brow gel, I never set in place. I always set very bushy because I like bushy brows. And yeah, I don't like really defined brows. Fun fact. Okay, now that our brows are on, This is the best they're gonna look. Oh my god, my eyes are watering so bad today. Even just looking up at the light in the camera is making my eyes water really bad. So stand by as I cry. But again, now that we're done with our brows, we're gonna go ahead and start on our eyeshadow. I just want my eyes to stop watering before I start my eyeshadow so it doesn't get all messed up. But with brows, just know that they are sisters, not twins. I always have a problem with them where I feel like they're not the exact shape. Hang on. All right, guys, sorry about that. My eyes are still a little bit red and watery, but I don't know what's wrong with them today. Sometimes they're really sensitive and light sensitive. Since it's probably really gloomy outside, they're pretty light sensitive. But anyways, like I was saying, my brows are very, you know, uneven like most people's brows are. Our faces are not fully 100% symmetrical. So just do your best you can, and I think they look just fine for, you know, what I have. So anyway, we're going to move on to our eyeshadow, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom you on in, okay? I think that's a pretty good zoom. To start off my look, again, I have my picture for reference. I'm going to try to get as close as I can. It looks like from the photo that they only use 4 shades, which seems pretty weird, but I mean, if that's what they use, then that's what they used. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the shade Wind, which is that middle transition shade. It's just like a normal, I guess, crease color. It's a brown. It's like a warm brown. It's very like, oh, I'm dropping my brush. It's very like chestnut color. So I'm going to go ahead and just start windshield wiper motions, working that into my crease. Again, I take all my crease colors a little bit high into my brow bone because I have a little bit of a hooded eye. And so if I'm looking at you like this, you can't see any of my eyeshadow. So I'm always trying to, I guess, go a little bit higher on my crease so you can at least see what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do. Work this color into my crease and then repeat on the other side. Okay, now that I have that Wind color blended out, I'm going to go ahead and start on the outer V of the eye. And looking at the photo, they use the shade. It's so weird because it looks like it's like deepened out and smoked out on the side. And they say they use the shade Autumn Breeze, which is that color. It's kind of like a matte purple, but I almost feel like maybe they combined a little bit of Charades, which is also this like deep matte like chocolate brown color. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Autumn Breeze, kind of putting into my lower crease work and also outer V, and I might deepen it up a little bit with the shade Charades, even though they didn't use that. I'm going to go ahead and take that on my MAC 217 brush. I am really excited because all my brushes are clean right now. I washed them the other day, so they're all fairly clean, and I love that. I do have like a spray that kind of cleans them temporarily, or like a color switch type thing. But when you fully can like clean them in like water with soap, I love that. To clean my brushes, I just use like baby shampoo and I mix tea tree oil. I don't remember where I read that, but that's how I clean my brushes. So water and then baby soap and tea tree oil. I think the tea tree oil kind of like disinfects everything. And the baby shampoo is just really soft and gentle for your brushes. So that's kind of what I do and how I clean my brushes. And they smell really good from the tea tree oil. And also, I mean, who doesn't love baby shampoo or baby anything? So yeah, that's what I do. So again, I'm just working this into the actual like crease and almost bringing it down a little bit lower and then starting the outer V look. And if I feel I need to deepen it up, I will go on with that darker chocolate shade called Charades. So I'm just going to slowly build up color and working it into the eye and then apply it to the other eye as well. I'm pretty happy with how that looks right now. It doesn't look too intense. In the photo, it definitely looks way more dramatic, but I could always add more color. And again, I'm not going to cut the crease, so it might not look as intense. I feel like cut creases usually give the eye a very dramatic, more feel to it. I have like eyelash glue I'm trying to take off. There it goes. So again, yeah, I want it to look more subtle and not as poppin', I guess. It is daytime. I'm filming this at like 9 a.m. in the morning or 9:30 in the morning, and I still have a full day ahead of me. It's not like a nighttime eye look, so I'm trying not to be so crazy about it. I'm gonna continue on with my lid shade, and I'm gonna use the shade Earth, and then I'm gonna go on and mix the shade Adventure with it. So I'm gonna kind of combine those two. I'm gonna put Earth on the inner corner and then Adventure more towards the center / outer corner, and then blend them together. So I'm gonna see how these eyeshadows, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I'm gonna see how these eyeshadows look without like adding Fix Plus or something like that. But I mean, right off the bat, I can tell I'm not gonna need Fix Plus. It is a very pigmented and like vibrant shadow on its own. I'm definitely not gonna have to put anything else on it. I don't really use many of these types of colors. This is a true like yellow gold. It's it reminds you of like coins, like those all the like fake coins that you see that are like super yellow, or like money stacks. That's kind of what it reminds me of. And it's super like rich in color. I really don't use colors like this very often. They're definitely really pretty, and they complement a lot of skin tones, and it is more of like a natural eye look, but it almost pulls like yellow gold to me, which to me is like not my favorite. It's definitely beautiful, but it's not something I wear all the time, whereas like a champagne color is like my go-to all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep patting this down, and then go in with the shade Adventure. I'm gonna use that same brush. I'm just gonna take it on the opposite side, and then go in with Adventure, and then start kind of working that into this side as well. And that almost looks similar to what the photo looks like. And then I'm gonna just blend these two shades together. And then again, if I need to use that chocolate brown color to smoke it out a little bit more so there's more dimension, then I will do that. Also, by the way, I did not use an eyeshadow primer. My eyeshadow primer, again, was the Fenty Beauty Foundation. That's what I went ahead and used to kind of prime my eyelids. I'm kind of like hit and miss. Sometimes I do use eyeshadow primer, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I use face primer, sometimes I don't. So I like to use, I guess, like eye creams and like moisturizers to prime my face, because they do leave you almost that little tacky base, especially if they are thick creams, which is what I love, is thick creams, because they're more moisturizing than like a water cream, which is very more like thin, I guess is the word I'm looking for. It's way more thin. So I like more of a thick cream, especially in the winter, and especially because I do fly as a flight attendant for work. I like something that's very thick. So I'm just gonna keep combining these two colors back and forth with the shade Earth and Adventure. Okay, I feel like I'm pretty happy with that. I went ahead and just blended them to the best of my ability, and it's something that I'm pretty happy with. I'm gonna go back in with just my original first blending brush and kind of just touch up all the, I guess, the lines, and just make sure that there are no like weird edges or weirdness. You want everything to be like fully blended out really, really well. So I'm just making sure that there's no crazy transitions anywhere. So I'm kind of just making it all as one. And then I'm going to go back in and deepen up the crease a little bit with that purple shade called Autumn Breeze. So I almost feel like mixing these two together, the shade Adventure and Earth, it almost turns it into like a very coppery color. Like the purple and the gold, like the yellow gold turns it very coppery, where I feel, or it could also be Wind, the shade that I put in the crease. I just picked up a little bit more of the shade Wind on my brush. It could be that color coming through, and maybe the shimmer inside both those shades making it a little bit more shimmery. But I'm not complaining. I think it looks really nice. So today is Monday. Hope you guys have a great week. I go to work tomorrow, so tomorrow is my Monday. So today I'm pretty much getting ready for work. Again, I have an appointment at noon, and then my tags are due today. So yeah, yay me, I wait for the last minute, but I'm gonna go pay my tags. I'm gonna run a AAA and go to the DMV there and pay my tags, and then come home and put them on my car so I don't get stopped as I'm driving to work, which will eventually make me late if a cop stops me. So I'm gonna go do that as well. So today's pretty much a run errands day for me. And then I do want to go to the grocery store because I'm trying to like meal prep a little bit for my trip and just come back home and pack and get ready for tomorrow. So back to the makeup look. I'm going to go back in with the MAC 217 brush and pick up that Autumn Breeze color again, and then just for like try to deepen that crease a little bit with the matte shade. I have noticed the good thing about doing your eye first is that you can always clean it up or create the shape you want, like whether it's with the makeup remover or your concealer. Whereas when you start with your foundation first, you can't really do that because you're going to mess up all your work. You can kind of mimic it, I guess, with powder, but it's not the same. I do understand why people like to do their eyes first. You have way more control, but it's not something I feel like I can do all the time. Again, I don't wear eyeshadow like this on an everyday basis, so doing my face first is just something I've always done and I'm very used to, and I'll probably continue doing that unless I'm here probably filming like a tutorial, or maybe I'm going out somewhere where I really want to do like a super smoky eye. Then yeah, I'll go ahead and start with my eyes first. So that's pretty much what the eye looks like. I'm going to go ahead and keep it like that for now. I'm going to zoom you out and do the rest of my face. I'm probably going to have this go a little bit quick only because I do have to be somewhere in a little bit and I want to make sure I can finish filming this. But everything that I do use will be in the description box if you are interested. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you out, finish my face, and then we'll come back and finish the eyes. So I went ahead and zoomed you on in so we can go ahead and finish our lower lash line. By looking at the photo, it looks like the only color that they used was the shade Autumn Breeze, which is that purple color. It looks like they just, you know, put a really nice pigmented like couple layers of that. But I think I'm going to start with the shade Charades a little bit on like a pencil brush. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with the shade Autumn Breeze. I'm gonna take the Charades color, coat my brush, tap it off, and then just kind of lay down a little bit of a layer right there. I actually do like that this look didn't come out super dramatic, but then again, who's to say as soon as I put on some lashes and a little bit of eyeliner, that automatically bumps up a look real quick. And then just the same blending brush, the MAC 217. I'm just going to take Autumn Breeze and then smoke that lower lash line out a little bit. And then that's all we're going to do to the lower lash line. Again, I always kind of bring it up to kind of connect with the outer V because this is the same shade that we used on our outer V. So yeah. It's pretty unison and it all connects. So I don't need a super intense lower lash line today, so that's about as far as I'm going to take it, and I think it looks really nice. I think that's it for our eyes. I'm just going to go ahead and apply some lashes, liner, mascara, and I will be right back. All right, guys, I did use these LAYYAHDOLL luxury lashes for my lashes today, and I used the Costa Riche or something like that, the matte Costa Riche. Mine is like all worn out because it's a wooden pencil, so it's kind of just like a very warm, like reddish brown. And that's what I went ahead and used as my liner. I didn't use any black liner today. And then I just drew a really thin, small line with my Essence eyeliner pen. It's the waterproof one. So I went ahead and did that to my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and finish my eyes by just adding that Artist Couture Illuminati powder. I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone and also the inner corner of my eye. So I really just like to hit it kind of like at that arch. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. And then take that to the other side. I love this highlight. It is super like stark. I don't even know if that's the right word, but it's like super just like in your face. And I love that. It's very vibrant, very metallic looking. I was going to use the color in the palette, which is called Scooch In, which I was going to use that one, which would have been a really good choice too. That's really pretty as well. But at the last second, I just decided to go in with my highlight. And the reason I do that is because I feel like it looks very unison with your whole eye look. And also your face, so it all matches like all your highlighted areas. So that's kind of why in the end, a lot of times I just always like to go in with my actual highlight that I'm using for the day rather than going in with something in a palette. But I don't know, makeup is always changing for me. Every day I might say something, but I do another. I don't know. So today, this is what it is. So, and it looks really nice. That's pretty much a completed eye look. I really like how it came out. It definitely looks a lot more smoky in the photo. Mine looks really pretty as well. It looks spot on, actually, what it looks like in the photo. I just didn't do the cut crease, and my lashes aren't as dramatic, and I think in the photo they smoke it out a little bit more. But I'm really happy with the way mine turned out. I'm gonna go ahead and just coat my brows really quick with some NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. And again, like I said earlier, I love messy brows, so this is pretty much what I always do. I brush them up and I leave them there. I don't like, a lot of people come back and like set them really nice and pretty, and I don't. I like a good bushy brow. So I pretty much like, that's what I like. I will set it and forget it. That was a bad joke. We're going to move right along to lips. I'm going to take this Naked 2 by Urban Decay. I'm going to sharpen it. It's a little bit dull. I do want to get a little bit darker of a lip liner. I feel like most of my lip liners are always like my lip color, sometimes slightly pinkier or peachier. I do want to get more of like a darker lip liner to create some type of like dimension or like a two-tone effect in my lips. If you do have any suggestions for one, do leave it in the comments so I can check it out. I really feel like I either want to do one of the ColourPop ones or also the KKW ones. I have seen those in stores and I think they're really nice. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But if you have any suggestions on a good darker but is still a nude lip liner, let me know in the comments. Today I'm going to do a combination of Kat Von D Bow and Arrow and Ophelia. I'm going to kind of create my own little concoction. I'm going to start with the Bow and Arrow shade and kind of do the outside and then put Ophelia patted in the middle. It's usually what I do with all my lipsticks. So you can definitely do a more bold lip, but again, it is daytime. It's actually still morning, and I'm going to be places where I want to look not as, like, I still want to have a little sophistication to me today. I don't want to look crazy, so No crazy eye looks or lips for me today. However, I am for a super dark vampy lip and all that, but I'm trying to be daytime appropriate. Just a quick tip, with all these like doe foot applicators, I always actually turn it to that fine tip point, and that's kind of what I use to outline like the outside of my lips, kind of like on the line. And to me, it gets the best precise application, because when you use this side right here, you can't actually get those like those fine like corners. So like, yeah, I'll do this for the actual lip, but if you flip it over, you can actually get a better crisp line. Now, kind of pat them together a little bit, and I'm gonna take the shade Ophelia and just kind of dab that in the middle on both the top and bottom of the lip. And then using my finger, I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out. I like that combination. It definitely brightens it up a little bit and adds a little bit more of like a two-tone or like blending colors, which is what I like to do, especially on my lips, to blend color. I am gonna spray a little bit of, I think today I'm gonna use this Morphe Continuous Mist. I did buy these on like a deal. They had like a 2 for $20 or 2 for $22 or something like that. And I did want to try them because I know they have that really nice mist. So I did want to try them, and I'm glad I did. I do like them. Definitely the Urban Decay All Nighter is my fave. I actually already bought a backup. If you do love this right now for the holidays, they do have the, it's $42 for both. And I think for one is already like $36 or something. I'm not sure, but it is rather expensive. So to get 2 for $42 and you get 2 of them, that's going to last me at least half the year of next year, 2020. So I am really happy about that. But again, I'm using these because I have them, but I do like them. But to me, I just feel like the Urban Decay All Nighter is my jam. That is our finished look today. I'm going to go ahead and take my hair out. I didn't curl my hair today, which is really weird for me because I feel like I always curl my hair. I actually straightened it, but I'm not a big fan of straightened hair just because I don't like flat hair. I like messy hair, so I'm always trying to like, I guess, give my hair some volume here at the root, which I do use like root sprays or wave sprays and volumizers. So I'm always trying to give my hair volume, but I didn't really have time to curl. It's a little more easy to straighten. So that's what I went ahead and did. So I'm pretty much ready. I just need to change my clothes, and I am right on time. It is 10:35 in the morning while I'm filming this. And again, I need to be out of here in like another 30 minutes. I really hope you enjoyed this Get Ready with me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And my final thoughts on these palettes are they're just great palettes. They're $15. I know for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, today is Cyber Monday, which I know when I post this, it's going to be after the fact, but throughout the holidays, there's always makeup sales. So if you can get your hands on these, possibly on a sale, I don't know if they're excluded from ColourPop sales or not, but they are really, really good palettes. And the theme is just really, really cute. It's really cute packaging. I mean, I don't know, they're very wearable, especially the Anna palette is very, very wearable. I think even though I do have some pops of color on my eyes, this is a very wearable eyeshadow look. And I really like how it turned out, and it's just super cute and small and sleek. And I do like the cardboard packaging a lot. I love that it has a mirror, even though I didn't use mine. I still have the slip on it. I didn't use it, but I love that you can fold it back. I love that the names are on the front. It's just a really good overall palette, and for $15, you can't go wrong, and I know there's sales on them. If you buy this palette in Ulta Beauty, I'm sure you can use some kind of, you know, discount code that they always have, or at least you get points for it for future transactions and get money off. So yeah, please do give these palettes a try. They're definitely worth your money. And please subscribe to my channel again if you have not already. I do love you here on my channel. I will list in the description box everything that I used. I know towards the end I kind of went a little bit more faster because I wanted to make sure I was still on time. I will see you in my next video. Have a great one. Bye!